Well, I am still in Lexington. I believe I'm heading back to Ohio tonight. It's either wake up at 5:30 in the morning and drive to Ohio, or drive to Ohio tonight and wake up at 7:30 or 8 o'clock in the morning. I think I'll pick the latter. So I'm hanging around right now. I told Scott's here on. Scott's like me. He likes the movies, and we're gonna go to the movies tonight right now at 7 o'clock. And then I'm going to go to Ohio tonight. I should get to Ohio around 12:30 or so. So today was a better day. Obviously, we're coming in off of a win with Sweet on Pete. Yes, although he finished fifth, it was like a win to me. I got to see the yes of past come back to the stable. Obviously, he's not there yet, but I could see glimpses of, I see the confidence coming back. I see the consistency in his stride, in his gait. He just feels like he used to. So I think it was a number of things that it was important. It was very important to get that bone scan done on that horse, because it led us to, although it led us to a dead end in regards to that, it also led us to believe that it was not where we thought it might be. And it ended up being a number of little things, which was always an option, was always a possibility. It ended up being a number of little things, and we had addressed them all. Changed his shoeing a little bit, and man, I thought he was much better last night. So coming into today, I was up at 6 o'clock in the morning, drove all the way to Kentucky. I had my concerns about Garden State Dio. I didn't know how she'd be. She warmed up okay, but as the gate picked up speed, I didn't want to leave with her. You know, if you have her on her toes and have her coming up to the gate and have the bit in her mouth and have her on ready to rock, she's okay. But I didn't want to do that today. 6 or 7 horse field. I just wanted to get away third or fourth, try and have her pass some horses down the lane and feel good about herself. And as soon as I let her drift into neutral, kind of felt like she was looking for a way out. And not in a pig way, not in an ignorant way, but in a, hey, you know, it's been a long year. I'm a big filly, and maybe I don't want to do this today kind of way. And there's very little I could do at that point. When you're about to say go, and I can feel her start to waver a little bit, I knew I was in trouble, but there wasn't much I could do about it at that point. And I'm not upset that she made a break. If she didn't want to be on the track, maybe she shouldn't be on the track. And this is a giant filly. We know how big her sister was. This filly's got a little bit different gait than her sister. She interferes a little bit, where her sister really doesn't. Spirit of Dio always just wore a vet wrap behind. You know, she wore a ton of weight and a tight hobble, but she didn't really interfere. This filly can get into herself a little bit. Not bad. Most certainly she'll grow out of it, but it plays a role in her 2-year-old season. So Spirit of Dio Garden State Dio made a break at the gate. Before I even hit the first turn, I knew I wanted to turn her out. And I know there might be some people out there saying, can we do this? Can we do that? No, we can't. This is a filly that has a lot of potential. This is a filly that already has, I don't want to speak out of turn, but likely the national season's mark in a qualifier on a half-mile track. And for the people out there saying, well, maybe you went too fast, or maybe this, yeah, okay, I guess we're going to play that game, no problem. But we're not going to play that game, not with me. I mean, at the end of the day, we prepped the filly the same way we prepped every other filly. She didn't work any easier or any harder than Sweet on Pete. There's another big filly. If you would have asked me 2 months ago, hey, who is going to have the better freshman season? I probably would have went with Dio. Probably would have. But that's how horse racing is. You never really know. And when it comes to Garden State Dio, I apologize. When it comes to Garden State Dio, this is a big, good-looking filly that's got a bright future ahead of her, and the last thing you want to do is give her any reason to doubt that. So her break today, I believe, was my feeling at the time that it was her maybe looking for a way out, but maybe she's been going all year too. Every horse is different, you know. You look at some of the other horses; they're just getting started up, right? Sweet on Pete raced great last night. Make no mistake, Sweet on Pete is no picture of physical health. She has her issues also. So I think it's just a matter. We knew this. I said this last week. If this filly didn't come back with a proper performance today, that we would likely look at turning her out, and we're going to. So tomorrow morning, Dr. Haley Moore, who is a client of ours, the breeder of Mischievous Rose, owns a farm right here in Kentucky, and I had called Dr. Moore after the race, before the other two raced, and said, Haley, is there any chance that you'd have room for a big, good-looking, well-mannered filly just for turnout for a couple of months? And she said she would. So we're very, very fortunate and lucky to have clients everywhere, and Dr. Haley Moore is going to take Spirited Dio on. She's got some other mares out there, a couple of yearlings. She said a couple of pasture horses. So lots of companionship for Garden State Dio. We're going to turn her out starting tomorrow. So that led to two more. Now, big question marks here. Blue Bayou Dio's blood work still come back with a high white count after her last race. Not shocking, considering how kind of flat she was. I'm not really that surprised. Come back a little bit flat. Okay, so we're going to do our best with her today. And Unbeatable Kemp, obviously, we all know by now. Came in with a little bit of blood last week, a little bit of mucus. I wanted to go easy on this horse today. So you'll note, there'll be a lot of people saying, why were you off the gate? I didn't want to get him up to the gate. This horse was a dog chain. I didn't want to get him hot. I didn't want to get him bothered. It ended up being a 6 or 7 horse field. I just wanted to follow. I was hoping a couple made breaks. They did. Now, the last break almost got me. I waited. I was bottled up fourth on the inside, but everybody else is out of it. It's only 4 horses. One's gone, so there's really only 3 horses battling for second. My thought was, take your time, ease him out in the 3 wide path. Away you go, Bob's your uncle. You're second. As I come out of the pylons into the 2 wide path, of course, the horse made a break in front of me, and he kind of stayed there a little bit and didn't get out of the way quick and screwed me up. Would I have been second if he had just drugged me up into the flow? I'm second. But, screwed me up a little bit, and I ended up third. The biggest thing was Unbeatable Kemp scoped clean. No blood, no mucus. So Tyler had him nice and quiet today. If we're going to race him like that next time, I don't even think we need the dog chain in his mouth. They had him nice and quiet and behaved. So good job by John and Tyler Boutenchain with the colt this week. I know his line wasn't awesome, 55 and a piece, 56, I guess. 9 seconds, but didn't really put him in a position to do anymore, did we? So that was Unbeatable Kemp, and then Blue Bayou Dio was awesome. Blue Bayou Dio lost a shoe in the race and was coming in with a high white count and raced absolutely great. Just got picked off the wire. This is a filly that was sick. There's no, she might have been a little sick. She was sick, and she came in with a, I missed my turn. She came in with a high white count into this afternoon's race. Now, they didn't retake her blood. I gotta get over here. They didn't retake her blood before the race, but 5 days before the race, it was still up around 9 or 10. So she didn't have a perfect week. Ended up losing a shoe in the last turn and closed up good. Got out-trotted by a horse on the outside, but again, cut her some slack. As I said, she wasn't coming in perfect. So we're going to pull an illegal Yui here. I did that. Check. Now where do we go? Turn left up here on New Circle Road. Okay. That's what we're going to do. So ended up finishing third, just beat for second at the wire and raced very, very good. Here's a filly with, as I said, a high weight count, 54 and 4, 28 and 1 in the end of it. How do you like that? Really nice filly. Happy with the colt, happy with the filly. Not super shocked with Garden State Dio. She's a big giant. And she tried him 56 and 1 2 weeks ago. A little flat last week. Came in with a little old tie-up. And then when given the opportunity to ring the bell today, she did. So we're turning her out in the pasture, let her grow up. Haley said, what do you think? I said, put her on a field with lots of grass and lots of time to do nothing but eat it. And that's what I'd like to see for the next 60 days for Garden State Dio. So here we are in Lexington. I'm going to be leaving here in about 3 hours. I'm going to head up to Ohio, take a look at some horses tomorrow. You know, it was cool. Somebody messaged me. Now, I didn't even look at this horse. They said, hey, not that it matters, but there is a help is on the way, Indiana bred, out of a sister to Jazzy Judy in the sale. Now, that really means nothing, right, in the bigger scheme of things. But I got a lot of respect for Jazzy Judy, so I'll probably go and look at the horse just to see what it looks like. But a lot of yearlings with probably a lot of backstories to look at tomorrow. I'm going to try and get there as early as I can, maybe 8 o'clock in the morning, 8:30. Give me a good hour to run through some of the babies that are on my list. And then I will go from there. So we are done here in Kentucky. Pretty decent. Don't complain. I don't want to hear anybody complaining. These are racing against the best trainers, best drivers, best bred horses in the world right here, right now, in the Kentucky Sire Stakes, and we've done pretty good. A couple of thirds today, with a couple of horses coming in with a lot of question marks attached to them. They have answered all the questions, and they'll be back for round 4 in, I think, 10 days, maybe 2 weeks, here in Kentucky. For now, I'm on my way to the movies. Go watch a movie with Scotty, and then I am heading to Ohio. If you have any questions about any horses tomorrow, drop me a line, ask me. I'd be happy to go and look at any horses. There is a lot of them to look at tomorrow. So I will talk to you soon. Take care.